Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everyone is having a fabulous, fabulous day. This is Stacy from Stacy Sells Philly, and I'm going to tell you guys, I have some fantastic information for you. I never go live on StreamYard on a Friday morning, do I? No, never. But if you were on our Thursday night live a couple of weeks ago, we were talking to a lender, and one of our lenders was unable to make it. So we have her on today, and I want to talk to you guys about what I'm calling exotic loans. I have clients who are interested in doing house hacking. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's all over Instagram. It's all over YouTube. It's all over everywhere. And I want you to know that there's a loan for you. So if you want to do Airbnb, there's a loan for you. If you are now self-employed, which so many people have become self-employed, I want you to know that you can get a loan because the conventional loans probably won't work for you. But I have a lender who can get you a loan. Also, how about you guys, a little bit older than myself, who are interested in living in a new location? You're interested in downsizing, single-story living, whether that's a single family or a condo, or perhaps a new home, brand new, ground up. You have a piece of land in Delaware, out west in Pennsylvania, upstate New York, and you want to build. Well, guess what? She has a ground up construction loan for you. So let's talk. We're going to bring Lynn Spencer on from thelendingcorporation.com. Lynn is a mortgage broker, and she is going to talk to us about some of these fabulous programs, plus some others. If you have any questions, you know what to do. Put your comments down below, and we will get to them. If you want to speak to Lynn, she'll have her information up. So let's bring Lynn on. Hey, Lynn.
Hi, thanks for having me, Stacy. For all of you who don't know me, I'm Lynn Spencer. I'm with the Lending Corporation, and I've been in the lending business for more than 20 years. I guess by my hair color, you can tell that. Anyway,
that's the style now, Lynn. That's the style.
I've seen everything from the meltdowns to the crazy buying, which is going on now, to just about everything that you can think of. And we have some great programs. As you mentioned, we do have a brand new program for Airbnb. The main limitations with that is it has to be in a populous area. It can't be out in the desert where there's about 2 houses every mile, or up in the mountains where nobody ever goes there except for once in a blue moon.
But wait a second, Lynn. Wait a second, Lynn. So there are areas that are similar to that are very popular. So desert area might be Joshua Tree in California, and then of course the Poconos here in Pennsylvania, where we have lots of people who have homes, vacation homes, main homes, especially New Yorkers. Yeah. Would it work in an area like the Poconos?
Yes, it would.
Okay, great. Yes, that's what we want to know. That's what we want to know.
It's just that if the population is less than 20,000.
Okay.
As long as the population is 20,000 or more, and it's a heavily vacated vacation area, then yeah, hey, we'll look at it. Absolutely.
Okay.
But what we ask for is we ask for information ahead of time, so that you don't go and say, oh, this is great, I'm going to buy it. Get yourself pre-approved, get the area and the property pre-approved. Then you don't go in and make a deposit and lose your deposit because you can't get a loan. That's always the most important thing on any property.
Okay.
Anything that you want to do, be pre-approved.
All right. So Lynn has said it, guys. You must be pre-approved. I would suggest you be pre-approved for whatever type of home you're looking for and for whatever type of building you're looking for. I know that we all get very excited about the building purchasing process, but we can't forget this very important first step. So if you're looking for a home or a building to purchase for your business or as a house hack, make sure that you are pre-approved. So Lynn, what sort of things do people need in order to be pre-approved? What kind of information should they give you?
Well, there's two things, and it depends on what type of a property and what type of a loan. Now, those that are looking to buy a house, for example, you would definitely want to be pre-approved.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is, if you're self-employed, you write everything off of your taxes. Therefore, you might be interested in our stated program. The only thing you need to do is fill out an application. You don't put your income on there, but
Oh,
you do have to put your assets. And, you do need to be employed.
so
You
wait.
can't.
So for self-employed people, you need to put your assets. So give me an idea of what assets are so people understand.
Your money in the bank,
Okay.
what you may own.
Okay.
Say you might have some rental properties. You would still put the rental properties and the income that's deriving on the application, even though you don't put your income on that application.
Okay. So what about someone who has inventory? Is inventory considered an asset?
Absolutely, inventory is considered an asset.
Okay. Okay. And then what about, so I know a gentleman who runs an after-school program. So if he has contracts, is that an asset?
Absolutely.
Okay. You guys heard it.
You're going to have to provide those.
Right. Okay.
But absolutely, they are an asset.
Okay.
Anything is an asset. Your car is an asset.
Okay. So they can put their car on the application as an asset. They can put money in the bank. And I guess that also includes retirement savings. They can put inventory as an asset, personal car as asset, and motorcycle, I guess, whatever you consider an asset. And here's a simple way to understand what those are. Just ask your lender. So if you're interested in doing this with Lynn, you're just going to ask Lynn, hey, Lynn, I'm self-employed. What assets do I have? And you could probably find an asset test online, and that's asset, not acid, asset. Just making sure I pronounce that properly. So I want to just quickly go back to Airbnb.
Yes.
So for an individual, and I get individuals who are interested in buying and they ask these questions, all are interested in this type of home all the time. They want a duplex, 1 to 2 bedrooms, because they are thinking about doing Airbnb. They might want to live in one unit and then house hack the other unit. So in that case, as long as it's in a populous area of 20,000 people or more, they can submit their application and hopefully they'll be approved and they can do Airbnb. All right.
Well, there's a little more. There's a little bit more.
Tell us a little more.
And what we need to do is see what the income would be based on surrounding properties.
Okay.
For instance, $1,000 a week would not be uncommon if it's in a highly desirable area.
Exactly.
But are the other properties that are nearby that are similar getting that same income or more? Right. Or is that an arbitrary number? Maybe the income in that area is only $800 a week. So you have to look at that. How many bedrooms? How many people will it accommodate, etc. So those are things that they need to look at as well.
Okay, and they can give you that information, or do you use an appraiser to do that?
Well, there is going to be an appraisal anyway.
Okay. Okay.
But
good.
Yes.
All right.
Because the appraiser will know what the Airbnbs in the area are commanding for income.
Okay.
And how often also. If it's just like, if it's in the Poconos, maybe the wintertime, or is it populous in the summertime?
It's an all year round location.
Then that's a good thing.
Okay.
So then their income is continuous.
All right. Well, let me introduce my guest again. This is Lynn Spencer, and Lynn is from the Lending Corporation, and she has an amazing, diverse portfolio of loans that she can lend out for all various types, all kinds of purposes. So self-employed individuals who can't get a conventional loan, maybe you should think about asking Lynn. If you're looking to do Airbnb, house hacking, you might consider Lynn Spencer for a loan for your Airbnb property. And then also we're going to talk a little bit about ground up construction. But I just want you guys to know she has an enormous array of products, and that if you're interested in that type of loan and you need that, you should consider Lynn. And again, I'm Stacy. Hi, this is Stacy from Stacy Sells Philly. And I hope you guys are enjoying this chat with Lynn about these diverse types of products. All right, Lynn. So we talked about Airbnb. We talked about self-employed individuals. And I also would like to talk about ground up construction.
That's really a little more lengthy process. Okay. And the reason I say that is if they already own the land, that's a great thing. But if they don't, the purchase of the land can be included with the loan.
Okay.
They must have at least 10% down on the total property. In other words, they can't just put 10% down on the land and expect that to go through. However, if they have, and they will need to have the plans, and they will need to have the permits, which is very important. But it's not just a ground up construction. We can make it a construction to permanent.
Oh, good.
So the loan will, upon the completion of the property, the home, they will automatically go into a permanent loan at the low rate, and that makes it even more desirable. But if they own the land and the land is worth more than 10% of the total deal, then, oh, wow, they're in great shape.
Okay. All right. I'm going to leave the math to you, Lynn. But I totally get it. And for those of you who are looking to move on from your urban home or your suburban home, and you would like to do a build up from the ground up, new home for you and your family, like a homestead, absolutely consider Lynn for that type of loan. All right. I consider these loans pretty exotic because they are not conventional. They're not a conventional loan. They're not an FHA loan. They're not a 203K loan. These are very, very different and are used for people who have very specific needs. So I hope you guys consider Lynn. And if you have any questions, you got Lynn's information at the bottom here. So make sure you email her or call her and ask her all the questions that you want. You can also leave them here on our video, and I'll make sure that Lynn gets them. All right, Lynn. So I guess the last thing I want to talk about is foreign national lending. So could you explain what that is quickly?
Yes, actually, we have, for those that want to buy here in the United States and they live elsewhere, but they want to invest and maybe come visit once in a while and see the property, we now have, with 30% down, we don't need any tax returns. We just need to know that they have income coming in from a job, and that can be verified, or they have income coming in from some other way. Okay. And it requires a 30% down payment, and we don't go with their credit scores and their tax returns or any of that kind of thing.
Wow. Okay, guys. So consider this. If you are foreign national and you know someone who is a foreign national and who wants to invest in property here, Lynn can help you with that. So Lynn, let's piggyback on self-employed and let's talk about the Small Business Administration. Now, this is something I hadn't heard about. Can you explain this for us?
Yes. If you are looking to buy a building and start your own business, or you've been in business for several years and you want to start out on your own, then we can absolutely do that. The requirements for an SBA loan, and by the way, they go up to $5 million, is that you need the experience. You can't just say, well, I would like to start a new business, but I don't know anything about it, or I've only been working this business for 6 months. if you've got a history with experience in this type of a business, you can do it. Now, if you want to take on a partner, that's fine, and that partner has to go on the loan. The requirements are a minimum of 3 years tax returns and a 680 FICO score.
Oh, wow.
But you can get in with as little as 10% down payment.
So Lynn, let's talk about this a little bit more. So if you have someone who works so you have to have your own business and you have to have experience. So I guess there's some intricacies here that I would love to hear more about, but I don't want to take up more of your time or anyone else's time discussing this. But I think that so I want to make sure I understand this. So if you have experience in your business and you'd like to buy a building to house your business or your
Correct.
business, okay, to house your business, then you need 10% down.
Yes.
As a minimum, and you need to have a credit score of 680. All right,
Correct.
Lynn, that one needs a little bit more diving into, but not right now. I think that if you as a viewer, if you're interested in this type of product, please call in. Her information is at the bottom. It sounds fantastic. It means that for all of you who are doing t-shirts, hoodies, products for hair, you're doing facial products, you're doing clothing, you're whatever, that this might be good for you. All right, Lynn, I really appreciate your time. And I hope that everyone who's watching appreciate it. This is Lynn Spencer from the Lending Corporation. And hi, this is Stacy from Stacy Sells Philly. And we're just talking about what I call exotic loan types. So Lynn, do you have any parting words for anyone who might be interested in any of these loans?
Well, there's something new coming up the pike.
Oh.
We're going to be speaking with auto dealers. We will be making loans on new cars or exotic cars.
Okay.
Don't have the information yet because
Right.
it just came down yesterday.
Okay. So look, we know that some of these young guys who have, great big desires, they have great big plans. They want to own their own business. They want a place to house their goods. They want to have Airbnb, house hacks. They have a Toro fleet. They also want a fancy car. So you might be a one-stop shop lending for those particular people. All right. Well, thank you so much, Lynn. I enjoyed you coming on, and we will talk soon. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Appreciate
Bye-bye.
it.
You're welcome. All right, guys, you heard it. Wow, that's quite a bit. From exotic car loans to foreign national loans on investments in the United States, to Airbnb loans, to SBA loans to purchase your business property, to, oh my gosh, to those who are self-employed. So many loans out there. I want you guys to know that there are so many other type of loans out there besides conventional FHA and FHA 203K. So if you have a need and you're not so sure, like, oh my gosh, how do I get this going? Look, the end of the year is going to come soon. Tax time is going to come soon. So get yourselves prepared. If you're self-employed, get yourselves prepared. Get your LLC, get it all prepared so that you can qualify for these loans. And remember, you always have to keep your credit up, 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 up. So make sure you're doing the right thing by your credit. All right, guys, have a great day.